What's up, you beautiful people? My name is Andy Dew, and today I'm going to be talking about something that has completely flipped my productivity on its head and completely made me a more productive and more focused individual in just my life in general. This all came from a video I saw from Peter McKinnon like over 2 years ago. Roll the clip.
So what do you actually use it for? I write my 8 critical tasks every day, and as I do them, I cross them off. As of today, I'm on day 94 consecutively of doing all my 8 tasks every single day. And they got to be like critical things that get me forward in life, or, important things I got to do for work or personal or home or whatever.
So right off the start, some benefits of using a notebook and actually writing something down to try to make sense of your thoughts or your list or your day is going to, 1, give you 4 times the idea generation. Something about actually holding a pen and writing down on paper that gets things firing in a different way that makes you more creative. So why wouldn't you take that advantage?
All right, in that video, Peter McKinnon's talking about what he has done and how he does this. I do it a little different than him. If you follow Peter McKinnon, you know that he just posted a video the other day that says he has been doing this for over 800 days. And like I said in the intro, I've only been doing it for 600 because I've changed it up a little bit just because I like my weekends. So I still have the same 8 things that I do Monday through Thursday. I do 8 things. On Fridays, I put 10 and I capture the whole Friday over the whole weekend. So I have 10 things to do over the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all are on Fridays. That's why I only have 600 and he has over 800. I started doing that about a year into it. I found out it worked better for me because Sundays were like, get some rest, watch football. And it just didn't make sense for me to try to come up with 8 things to do whenever all I wanted to do was just get ready and rested for the week ahead. So you might be wondering, what are these 8 things that I'm talking about doing every single day? I set goals each year, and I have a huge goal, a small goal, and then like a tangible goal. So I set all of these different things throughout the year that I know I'm going to be able to hit, but everything I do is working towards those goals. So at the beginning of these books, I write down my goals. So every book that I get, I write down what goals I have and what I want to achieve. So that way I can just reference back and make sure that I'm not just getting off topic. A lot of times, like 3 or 4 of these things is just daily chores that I need to do, things that I need to catch up on, things that I just need to have done in order to be a productive husband, be a productive father, be a productive filmmaker and teacher that I am. So I've got to do all of these things. I write down the 8 things that I'm going to be doing that day to reach my main goals and to achieve the day that I have to have. So like if I've got chores that I've got to knock out, I put those on there so I don't forget to do those things. If I've got a video that I'm working on that I need to edit, if I need to do different things, I write those on there. And then at the end of the day, I have 2 things that I write down at the very bottom. First is what happened today. Like I'll write down, sometimes I'll leave this one blank, but a lot of times I'll write down something that happened throughout the day. So like if my kid does something funny, I'll write that down. If something happens, if one of my students say something, I'll write that down there. Just something that funny that happened, just so I can remember what happened that day. Then I write how I feel I did on my goals, and if my goals are going towards or away from the main goal that I have. So I make sure that I'm staying on point at the end of the day, making sure that I get ready for tomorrow, knowing that, okay, today I kind of failed here, I need to do this better. Kind of let you know how I write stuff, because I don't always come out and say, edit until you get done with a video, because I might not get done editing that day. But as long as I start editing, I normally word it a little bit more friendly for myself. So I'll say something along the lines of, edit on blank video for 10 minutes. Or upload footage from phone or upload footage from SD cards for this project. Just so I can get working on that, to get my mind in the mood to work on those things, because I have ADHD. It's bad. So the book that I use is the Cool Jazz Journal from Office Depot. I get those from there, and honestly, whenever I go and buy some, I buy 3 or 4 at a time because I know I'm going to be doing this every single day. I've actually went through 3 of these already to get to page 600 because these only have 192 pages a piece in them. I like this size because it could just slide into my back pocket and just, not bother me too bad. It's about the size of a wallet. A really thick wallet, but it's just really easy to throw this in my bag and to keep it with me. It's a little thicker than I wanted it to be, but honestly, as much as I'm doing in this, it makes more sense for me to have this than it would something smaller with like 30 pages and just burn through those too quickly. Because honestly, I don't think I would change them out fast enough and not keep up with what I'm doing. A lot of questions that I get whenever I tell people about me doing this is, can you actually knock out all 8 things every single day? That seems like a lot. And honestly, it is a lot. But I truly want to achieve certain goals. And I think this has honestly pushed me to that point. And it's amazing how far it's come. And I have a lot that's going on in my life that I need to have organized and really be focused on. And this has just cleared up everything and made it a lot more simple for me to keep up. Every morning I check my calendar, I look what I have to do, I write those things down, and then I write down what I need to do to get one step closer to my goals. So every week I want to post a video in 2024, so I make sure I do something each day to make sure that video is ready for that week. And then once I get that video done, I start working on the next week so I can be ahead and then really just like get in the mood and get in the groove of just pumping out content for you guys. Because this year, my main goal is to pump out tons of content. If you didn't watch my last video, go up here and watch it. That has truly been my passion for 2024, is to go out and make content for you guys and get you guys where y'all can know technology a lot better, know video editing a lot better. And I'm so thankful for the feedback that I've gotten on that video. But guys, the way I get everything done in this book is I enjoy marking off things. So like if I can get to a point where I can just scratch off, like I did that. Like I try to get everything I have in here done before 1 o'clock. Like that is my main goal. Everything that I have, if I can get everything done by 1 o'clock, I can really start pushing for the next day and really start getting things done. And that's kind of my green zone, is whenever I'm most productive, is before 1 o'clock. So like from 10:30 to 1 o'clock is my green zone. And I try to get as much stuff done as I can for my goals during that period of time. If you have not read, if you're sitting there and you're wondering what the crap I'm talking about with these green zones, red zones, and yellow zones, a book I highly recommend you read at the beginning of this year, or right now whenever you're watching this video, is At Your Best by Carey Nieuwhof. I don't know how to say his last name, but there it is up on the screen. I would highly recommend you reading this book. This book will get you on track and be able to find when you're most productive, so that you can organize your task and different things to fit into these different zones that you can knock out and be more productive in your life. Highly recommend that book, and then to start journaling like I've talked about. But the way I do this is I allow myself a 2-note grace period. So pretty much what that means is I'm writing down 8 things every single day. I'm allowed to move 2 over to the next day if I don't get them done. So at the end of the night, if I'm going through making sure I've got everything, if I look and I'm like, I completely forgot to do this today, I move that to my next day's 8. So those 2 can move over to fill up 2 of my 8 from the day before. I try not to do this very often, but just sometimes life happens, and I allow this grace period on myself because honestly, this is to better myself, not to be a burden on myself. If you turn this into like, I have to do this, it's going to burn you out and you're going to be sick and tired of it very quickly. But if you take your time and you're just like, okay, man, mess that up, go ahead and mark it off on this day, because we mark off everything every single day. And then we move it over to the next day and we try to get it done that day. If it doesn't work, we're allowed 2 things to move on to the next day, because we don't want to burn ourselves out. We just want to get closer to our goals. And honestly, in Peter's video, he talked about how the person who originally thought of this was told to only do 5 days, and that's how you reach your goals. And he bumped it to 8. So doing 8 things is going above and beyond, and doing 6 things is still a lot better than the 5 that he said would achieve your goals. So honestly, you're still going to reach your goals, I think, if you do this and keep on task and still focus on what you're doing and get things done. I would highly recommend you taking your time right now, going out, buying you a little journal of some sort that you know you'll carry with you, something that looks decent. I went with this because it looks nice and could easily just slide into my bag and fit right in with all of the equipment and the gear that I have, and fit in, and just get you a good pen, attach it to it, and just go your daily life reaching your goals and getting what you want done. I often put things in here that aren't necessarily reaching my goals, but honestly are my main goals. Sometimes I'll put in here things like message your wife about blah. Tell your wife you love her today 6 times. Different things like that, just to challenge myself to be a better husband, to be a better father, to be a better person, to be a better person in general. Like, I want to be able to help my community. I want to be able to help my family. I want to be able to help my friends to achieve their goals. And I use this to reach my goals so that I can help others reach their goals. This is a very productive tool that has completely changed my life. And I highly recommend you taking the time to do this. You might be sitting there and be like, oh, I could easily do this on the notes on my phone. I highly recommend not doing this on your phone. I often put my phone away so I can focus more after I check my calendar, of course, making sure everything that I've got to do is down. And then I put my phone away and then I think about, what do I need to do today to reach my goal for this week, for this month, for this year? And then I write those things down. If you did it on your phone, sure, you can do that. But I'm telling you, there's something special about a pen and a piece of paper that has changed this for me, because I tried it a little bit on my phone. And there's certain days that I might have left this at home and I put it on my phone. And I would get distracted and I would jump into different apps and I would do different things and search Facebook or, Instagram and just kind of scroll through social media, rather than write these down on my phone. And I would just get distracted, and then I'd get home and I'd realize I only wrote down 5 things for the day. Then I'll have to make up 3 things that I did throughout the day just to say it was part of the goals. And that's not the way this is supposed to be played out. So I highly recommend getting this so that you can put your pen to paper and get those goals written down, because something special about writing stuff down that makes you want to achieve it even more. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. My name's Andy Dew. You're awesome. We'll see you next time.